Welcome back. I am doing a little bit of meal prep. I am starting with breakfast. It's lunchtime, but I am hungry and I figure breakfast is what I'm going to make. All of the recipes that I'm going to make today were from from Claude. They were all from AI, and they're not like crazy recipes. I could have thought of these on my own, but the cool thing is I didn't have to because it thought of them for me. So this is pretty simple. I'm just going to cook some of the frozen hash browns on the stove and then cook some eggs, and then I have some sausages as well. This is going to be the quick win that'll get me food quickly, you know, the quick win. So I already thawed out some of these hash browns and I'm just going to get them all on here. I probably should have let that heat up a little bit more, but I'm hungry. I'm going to get them seasoned with some salt and pepper. Gosh, I haven't made hash browns in so long, which is why they're on my list to use up. So we're specifically using the items from the Pantry Challenge list that I put into the AI, and I'm using those recipes. So while that starts cooking, this is going to take a minute. Let's go start the Instant Pot because I'm going to make some buffalo chicken pasta, which you guys know is one of my favorites. So this is going to be quick and easy, but ChatGPT said we could make it. I did think of this one on my own though as well. Okay, this is just one of those days where I think everything that I'm going to make is going to come together really quickly, which is fantastic because I don't have a whole ton of energy since I'm so hungry. I'm going to use shells, about half of this box. And then I'm going to add our chicken in next, followed by the broth. I want those shells to be completely covered in liquid, but there is liquid in the canned chicken. I love canned chicken for buffalo chicken pasta, so that's what I'm using. But since there is broth in here, I don't want to add too much broth. So what I'm doing over this month is not only am I trying to use up the things in the pantry, but I'm pretty much out of all my freezer meals, and it's not quite October yet, but every time I cook, I'm trying to add a couple into the freezer. So in our week 1 Pantry Challenge video, which I think was a few days ago, I'm gonna add that whole thing in there. I was able to add a little bit of each of those meals into the freezer, but that just means I have to cook more often if I put the meals in the freezer. So it's kind of a give and take. But if I don't have meals in the freezer, then I have to cook. I think that we're good. No, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more water. It's not an exact science. I would rather it be a little soupy than be too hard. I'm going to add in some garlic powder, and then it calls for onion and to saute it, and I just don't want to do that for this, so I'm going to add minced onion instead, and that will kind of turn into regular hydrated onion once this cooks, which is great. This is some salt. I have out all these creamy things for later. We've got cream cheese. Ooh, we're preheated back there. Cream cheese, mozzarella, ranch. And then I'm going to add some of this buffalo sauce in now. And I think I'll leave some to add in after it cooks. I'm going to give this a little bit of a stir just because I want this onion to be mixed in. And then we will get this started on the rice setting. I want to check in on these. I don't think that they're ready to flip yet, but yeah, I didn't want them to get too cooked. So I'm also going to make a chili. I'm going to get a little bit of oil in here, and we're going to cook up the onions and some ground beef, and I'm going to just cook them at the same time. So this is the chili meat that I wanted to use up, and we are using it up today. That is too loud. I'm going to add some spices, some salt, pepper, oregano. Oregano? That wasn't what I meant to pull out. Wait, or was it? Maybe it was. We'll add it. What's the worst that could happen? Chili powder. I want to go a little light on the spices because I can always add more later. I'm turning this down to low because I have a feeling it'll cook too quickly otherwise. This is still partially frozen on the center. I did take it out and put it in my fridge last night. I'm going to add a little bit, or a lot of it, of garlic. Quick peek in over here. I'm like, is this cooking? Gonna clean as I go and get things put away. And then I did get out this big jar of beans. I hope that's not too many beans, but we'll use it up. And then some of the corn, both of these canned in 2022. I'm going to get both of them drained and rinsed. I am also going to get some of these sausages defrosted. And then I'm going to stick the rest back in the freezer because I'll only get, I think, 4 out for today. Or should I do 6 because one package is 6, so that makes sense. I'm going to microwave them to thaw them. And then we'll cook them on the griddle. I think we might be starting to brown. So my whole goal with today was basically to get in here and make breakfast, but be using this time wisely to be able to get a few other meals made as well. So I feel like in the time it's going to take me to make breakfast, I already have the buffalo chicken going. I probably need to come in here and, ooh, that was a close call. I'm going to have the chili going as well. Can you even hear me over all this?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
You can?
I can.
I think these are fully thawed, so I'm going to take them out. But what I was saying when I'm not sure if you could hear me or not is I just wanted to be able to kind of do a bunch of things at once and take the time it took for me to cook lunch and get a few meals made. That way I didn't have to cook them later. So this is working out perfectly so far. I think it's time to flip these. I have not made hash browns in so long. I'm like, can I? Okay. Okay. Yes. That works, but I don't have butter on the bottom side now. Nice. Nice. I should get out some eggs. You know, might as well throw these on here now. Why not? That'll get some of the sausage flavoring in with the hash browns. I'm going to get a little bit of salt on the top of these as well. I feel like potatoes, you can oversalt them, but it's not very likely. And I think we're almost there here. I just have this piece left. Hopefully this recipe is good. So what I've done is I've taken what Claude, I almost said ChatGPT again, I've taken what Claude gave me, and it just gave me like some ingredients to use, and I went and looked for a recipe that was basically what it was saying. So I had all the extras and all the spices. So I'm using those, and I will link those recipes down below. And if you're interested in seeing how I had Claude come up with these recipes for me, that was in my Pantry Challenge Week 1 video, which I will link for you as well. Okay, we are basically cooked through here. This is going to simmer for a while with all the other ingredients too, so I think we'll be good. I think we're going to need some more chili powder, but I don't want to go too heavy on the spices until I have everything in. There's our corn. And then I ended up not draining these beans. I figured that'll help make it thicker, I think, hopefully. This is a big jar. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. This is a heavier jar than I'm used to using. So. Oh, do I think? Well, they're all going in there. It is what it is. I need to go turn those sausages. Ow. I keep touching that side. I think this needs some liquid. But I want to turn these first. That was good timing. A little bit of water. Oh, this is going to need more spices than what we gave it, but I'm going to let this simmer for a little bit, and then we'll taste it and see what all it needs. Because this is all that it said to put in it, but I'm thinking it might need more than that. So I'm going to change this to the slow cook setting. Set that on low, and we'll put the lid back on. I'm going to get out some plates for some lunch. So I'm going to get these off before it's too late. I'm so excited. I'm so hungry. We'll do the sausages next. And the last step for this is the egg. Actually, we're pretty much almost done with everything. I'm gonna get 4 eggs on, get some avocado oil there. Hopefully we're not on too high. Okay, these need a little, whoa, I almost dropped that. These need a little bit of salt. I'm not gonna put pepper on them. I think Nick likes, actually I'll put pepper on too. But I should wait till after because I like them with the yolk not popped and he likes them popped. So if I pop one, then it gets pepper. Okay, I think I finally have a second to just like, chill because this is just slow cooking until I decide to go add the flavors in. That could be hours, that could be 1 hour. That's really whatever I want it to be. That can just be dinner later. There's 9 minutes left on the pressure cooker and then we can add the rest of everything in. And we're basically done other than that. These are cooking up so quickly, I think we're already ready to flip them. So much for that moment to breathe. It was like 5 seconds. The reason I'm using this griddle on the stove instead of my Amaze Chef one, which I love, is this one is just the one piece, didn't have to get much out, and then it can go straight into the dishwasher. And anytime I can put something in the dishwasher, I am going to do that. So that's what I'm using today. I do love the electric one though. If I were making something that needed like more of a ledge, because this can just kind of roll off the edge, I would totally use the electric one. This is working for me today. It's also all really close together. I didn't pop any of them. That's great. I guess I get to pick. Which one do I want and which one will I give him? I think I'll take that one. Turn this off. Well, maybe I should leave it on for a little while. Because then I'll let them cook a little longer because he wants them not runny. It's crazy. Runny is the way to go. So I will do some black pepper on top of those. Oh, it's not going to stick, of course. You know what? We'll put it on here too. This is my favorite condiment. We got some ketchup. I'm not going to be able to eat all this. This is going to be lunch and then some. Those are probably, well, more cooked through than they were. And here is meal number 1. All right, this just finished. Let's open it up. I did do a quick release. Anytime I make pasta, I do a quick release because otherwise it just gets overcooked. So we need to let all of this soak in, which it'll do once it sits for a few minutes. So I'm going to give it the sniff test. Add a little bit more of this in. I don't want to add too much though. We are going to add all of this mozzarella, which will also help thicken it up. You know, the recipe called for cream cheese. I might not do the cream cheese. And we're going to use some of this ranch up. Hopefully it's still good. I mean, it's within date. I always worry about dairy. Give this a mix, and this is just going to go in my fridge and freezer as meal prep. I'm not doing anything special with it. You just went outside, baby. You were just out there. Okay, I'm going to let that sit for just a few minutes, and then we will taste it. I have definitely decided no cream cheese. Well, I'm changing my mind. Okay, I've decided to do a little pat. Maybe it'll just make it creamy. I'm realizing that called for mozzarella, and I usually use cheddar, and I have this much in a bag of cheddar, so that is going in as well. We're just using all the things up today. Like, can I just let this sit here? Or am I gonna keep adding stuff to it? Oh, that looks so good. I'm excited to have some meals just for the weekend. So this is meal prep for my weekend and for the freezer. I think I was trying to tell you that and got distracted again. Look, so you can see it's already starting to thicken up, which is great. Okay, let's taste this. It's been sitting for a whole minute. I want to see if I have the right amount of each of the different flavors. It can definitely use more buffalo. Well, at this point, watch it be too much buffalo. Try it again. That is so good. I'm going to get it unplugged so it'll actually start cooling down. Do I want to? I might take it out and stick it on my stove. I'm going to package it up once it cools, and then that's just going until I decide to come back to it. So now I actually have myself a little bit of break from cooking, unlike that 30 seconds before where I thought I did, and we used this up. Okay, get this in the fridge, and then I am going to just let this sit there. I'm actually going to do that this time. This has had a little bit of time to cool, and it's looking so good. I'm going to package it up, but you'll see it just thickened up beautifully. Do you guys watch football? I know a lot of people love buffalo chicken for football season, and I think currently is football season. I clearly don't watch. But I do know that people that I know have started their football, what do they call that? I want to say flag football, but that's not right. Their fantasy, that's the word. Started with an F, I was close. I know people have started that, so that makes me think it's football season. Okay, so now how many of these should I keep in my fridge for the weekend? Maybe I'll do 3 in the fridge and 3, of course, I put that on the only one different. 3 in the fridge and 3 in the freezer? Or is that not enough in the fridge? I think I'm gonna do 3 and 3. We can always eat them out of the freezer. Hi, sweetie. I love you. Hi. Little baby mine. What's that? Are we chicken? Are we cooking? You can't have it. Into the fridge and freezer these go. It's now been many hours. Let me show you what this is looking like. It looks good. Hopefully it tastes good. It's a little watery because I added liquid. That's okay. Let's try it. I think I just don't like this specific chili powder. Every time I make something, I'm like, what the heck? It's spicy, which is interesting. I'm going to add quite a bit more spices though, but not more chili powder. I'm going to get onion powder and garlic. Probably some salt too. I wonder why that chili powder is like that. Did I accidentally put hot chili powder in there? I am going to turn that off so it can start cooling down. Oh, hi, are you ready for dinner? Okay. I'm going to let the flavors come together, get the kitty cat some dinner, and then we'll try it again. I think I've decided that this needs a little bit of cheese. Oh my gosh. This cheese was frozen. Whoa. Okay, that's a lot of cheese. Get this mixed in and melted. I added a little bit too much salt. I did taste it again after I fed the cats. And it was a little salty, so I figured I can mellow it out with some cheese and that can add another flavor to make it a little bit more complex. Need to give that a little bit to melt. This actually kind of looks like a thick burrito filling. I mean, I guess that's what any chili is. Okay, let's see. Okay, the cheese was just what it needed. I feel like it might use some little cumin too. Oh, I'm debating. Nope, it needs something. I think I'm going to do some beef bouillon. I was trying to figure out what flavor it's missing. I think it's just missing, I don't know. It's like missing an all around something. There's a reason I don't make things like this very often. It's because I struggle to get it to actually taste good. That might make it too salty. Okay, that helped. I just don't like the chili powder that I have. And this is like a bajillion thing that I've made. So I'm going to get rid of that chili powder. This is gonna be fine. My husband's gonna like it. I'll still eat it. It's just a little bit more spicy than I would like. I like when spicy things have flavor and aren't just spicy for spicy. Like, I don't know. Not my favorite, but it's still food. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and haven't yet, please subscribe. I'd love to see you. If you're interested in watching some other Pantry Challenge videos, I will link them here, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.